Hi guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more FIFA 20 Career Mode. Here today on the channel, we're starting a brand new Career Mode series as Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. This is Season 1, Episode 1. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions and players that you would like me to sign. If you don't like Liverpool, feel free to leave a dislike. We are playing on Fifa's realism mod. If you have FIFA on PC, I highly recommend it. It'll be in the comments section down below. We've got two matches in today's episode, the first of which is against Manchester City in the Community Shield, our first chance to win a piece of silverware. We also have the UEFA Super League against Chelsea. Here are my tactics. You're most welcome to pause and have a look at them. Pressure on a heavy touch for defense, and I like to play high octane, aggressive, counter-pressing, Gegenpressing, and on FIFA I like to have my offensive style as a possession. I think that's best for FIFA. So, the main objective for this series is to win the treble. We have to win the Premier League, the FA Cup, the UEFA Champions League. Look, if we can win the Community Shield and the UEFA Super Cup, two pieces of silverware on the board, and it tests us against the top Premier League pedigree. Now, in real life, Liverpool are absolutely flying away undefeated. It's their league title to lose. I'm sure every single fan, but a Liverpool fan, kind of wants Leicester to win, but it's going to be interesting to see how well they do. Now, in real life, Liverpool are undefeated, okay? They are actually performing better than averaging all the sort of FIFA careers I've played with. Their real life form is kind of unrealistic when comparing it to FIFA. It's probably going to be a lot harder because Man City, United, Arsenal have really dropped off in real life, while in FIFA they're going to be in top-notch form. So we're going to have to go out and make some signings just to add that additional squad depth. In real life, Liverpool are only really going for the Premier League and of course the Champions League. They're not worrying about the FA Cup and Carabao Cup and other prolonged fixtures. So we need to go out and splash the cash, as we have some, and bring in some new signings. We are a little bit hamstrung with our finances due to Fifa's transfer budget. The mod makes it a little bit more realistic. So I've gone out and made the decision to sign Pjanic from Juventus, 86 overall. I want him to essentially play the Gini Wijnaldum role. He's 3 overall higher, and he can come in. He's got a crazy free kick distribution. I feel like in this Liverpool squad there isn't like an amazing, like a world-class free kick taker. So I've decided to bring in Pjanic, so if we do get one, he can barrel them in. I've also signed Felipe Anderson from West Ham. He came into the Hammers with a lot of money, but he just isn't getting the game time. The thing is with Felipe Anderson, he's Premier League proven for £50 million. He's going to come in and play on that left-hand side and a future replace the likes of Shaqiri and maybe even play that injured Oxlade-Chamberlain role. I've also gone out and signed Kramaric from Hoffenheim for £25 million. I feel like we need an additional striker. Like someone like a Kai Havertz would like be perfect to replace Roberto Firmino in that style where they drop back. But I've gone with the next best thing. Kramaric, 28 years of age. He's coming into the form of his life for £25 million. I think that's a pretty good deal. He also is a former Leicester City player, so he does have some Premier League experience as well. So he's going to be my backup goalkeeper. As much as I like Divock Origi, bringing Kramaric, especially on FIFA, will just give us that additional more role. And he's actually a 5 overall rate. I feel like Origi is a little bit underrated in FIFA 20. But regardless, this is the team we're going to be playing with, a 4-3-3. Firmino, Mane, Salah leading the line. Pjanic, Wijnaldum, Fabinho in the midfield for now. We've also got Alexander-Arnold and Trent in the fullbacks. Defense, we're going with Joel Matip and Van Dijk, along with Alisson in goal. Bernardeschi has left Juventus to sign for Spurs. The captain is Van Dijk, and we have Mo Salah on the penalties for now. So this is a massive major test. We are playing on ultimate difficulty, of course, against Manchester City. This is our chance for the first up this season to win the Community Shield and get a piece of silverware under our belts. So it's going to be a real test against the Citizens. They're going to be chasing us to the final day of the season, I guarantee it. Okay, guys, welcome to the first match of today's episode. Let me know in the comments in January as well, players you'd like me to sign. We've brought in a new striker, a left to central midfielder, attacking midfielder in Felipe Anderson, and then of course we have Pjanic in the central midfield role there. Welcome to Wembley, our first day out for the season. We are facing Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, and it kind of looks in doubt in real life. Pep could be potentially leaving at the end of the season, and the Pep Guardiola reign at Manchester City looks like it's going to come to an end for the Citizens. So they're playing a 4-3-3, Bernardo Silva, Aguero, and Sterling up front. Ederson in goal, João Cancelo, Stones, Laporte, Mendy, Fernandinho, David Silva, and De Bruyne. So no Leroy Sané or no Gundogan. Alright, let's get stuck into them. De Bruyne pushing forward pretty early on. 4 minutes in, a nice 1-2 back pass with Sterling to Mendy. Mendy finds De Bruyne inside, slips through Aguero, and I think it's a penalty. Yeah, it's been given. Virgil van Dijk, the captain, arguably the best defender in world football, 5 minutes in doesn't show his class. To be fair, Aguero running in behind there is a pretty hard sight to contend with. Aguero now steps up, and Alisson goes to the right hand side and keeps us in it. Come on. On the break here now, Robertson finds Mane, turns his man. It's a good back heel to Gini Wijnaldum on the break. The former Newcastle United man makes it 1-0 just before the 29th minute on a Manchester City penalty counter-attack. It's Gini Wijnaldum making up the midfield three for now. We've brought in the likes of Pjanic. That's going to really put some contention for that midfield spot. But already, he scored his first goal of the season and staked his claim early on. Good on you, Genie. He's he's like a whole new man after joining Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp has transformed him so much. More Salah. Mane. Oh, Mane with some space here. Goes for goal and tests Ederson there with a great strike. Trent Alexander-Arnold from the free kick. Trying to find Van Dijk to correct his wrong, but the header goes well over the bar. Fabinho to Pjanic. Pjanic still charging forward there. Firmino to Fabinho. Fabinho! It's Fabinho to make it 2-0 just before the 41st minute there. It's the former AS Monaco man, the Brazilian international Fabinho. Two midfielders there. Make it 2-0. Wijnaldum and Fabinho starting off the scoreline. We've got so many amazing forwards. We've got two midfielders and a slightly defensively minded midfielder there scoring, which is interesting. Half time is blown in the Community Shield. Mo Salah, Firmino, and Mane have been a little bit lackluster on the score sheet, but the thing is they're dropping back and bringing people into play. What I really like about Liverpool as well, they've got a really... Oh, Mane's been slipped through here against João Cancelo. To Firmino on the deck, and it's 3-0. Manchester City have capitulated at the back. João Cancelo having his first match for the Citizens in the competitive league. Stones, a lot of questions around his defence still. Laporte potentially holding an injury which gets aggravated for the whole season. 3-0 up now. It's time to make some substitutions. We are running away with this, and this is the type of triple threat I want to implement further into the season. Felipe Anderson, the Brazilian, and then of course bring in Kramaric and Shaqiri. Xherdan Shaqiri. Sané fresh off the bench. One of the best players in FIFA. Oh, it's a good ball to De Bruyne, and it's a goal. That's ultimate difficulty for you. Give this AI an inch, and they capitalise on it. Arguably, the world's best goalkeeper should have saved that one. De Bruyne now from range. Man City, look, they're going to get back into this one. 2 goals in quite quick succession. De Bruyne And Aguero link up, and then the previous goal from Sane as well. It is 3-2 at Wembley, and Manchester City are back in this one. Can they scrape her out a draw in full time? Anderson drops back comfortably to Fabinho. Wijnaldum flicks through Kramaric, goes for goal! And how did that not curl in? Really nice football there. High octane passing and attack. Kramaric, can he get his second? Oh, but it's Wijnaldum at the back post. 4-2 there. Kramaric breaking away from Man City. He did a lot of work there and probably should have deserved a goal, but it's the fox in the box, Wijnaldum, to make it 4-2. That's it. The full-time whistle was blown. 6 goals decided the match. And Virgil van Dijk is lifting his first piece of silverware for the season. But we can't get complacent in this Premier League run, because Manchester City can bring us back even though we are 3-0 up by 2 goals. Okay guys, welcome to the second match of today's episode. We face Frankie Lampard's Chelsea in the UEFA Super Cup. Robert Lewandowski has left Bayern to join Manchester City. So after that, they've made the decision to sign another world-class striker. Man, if they went with like a flat 4-4-2 and brought in Aguero and Robert Lewandowski, that would be so sweaty, wouldn't it? Okay guys, welcome to Stadion Europa. We're facing Chelsea in the UEFA Super Cup. They've got a lot of European pedigree, Chelsea, and we've seriously got to watch out for them. Frank Lampard, eager to try and make top 4 this season, and of course with the transfer ban, which is being lifted in January, interestingly enough, wants to try and win his first piece of silverware here today to hopefully bleed on to the Premier League and potentially other domestic cups as well. Chelsea are playing a 4-3-3 and they've signed a new striker, breaking the ban. Christensen, Rudiger, Azpilicueta, Kepa in the defensive line. Rudiger, Christensen, Alonso, Kante, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho. Willian, it's the Porto striker, Musa. He's an absolutely barreling forward there as well. Got to watch out for him. Jorginho. Oh no, he slipped the tackle. And it's Willian. Oh my god. Willian makes it 1-0 just before the 24th. One of my favourite sort of Chelsea players. He's such a good career mode and football manager player. Willian, if you can pick him up, makes it 1-0 there. Jorginho slipping the defence. We're a little bit leaky at the back. On the counter-attack here, it's Andy Robertson. Firmino. Salah turns his man against his former side. People forget that Mourinho signed Mo Salah and brought him to the Premier League. But he didn't perform that well. Mo Salah. Firmino. Pjanic. Pjanic breaking away now. Holds up the ball well. Firmino turns his man and can't kill it around Kepa. 1-0 down. And the brazen confidence is with Chelsea. Pedro. Oh my god. Musa is offside. But he does put the ball into the back of the net. Firmino looking to bring in Mane. Liverpool still not down and out for the count for this match. Mane brings it inside. Firmino turns his man, goes for goal. Wijnaldum gets the first shot blocked. And Chelsea hold on. Musa. Marega. Oh, Alisson with the save. Firmino trying to get the flick on with the header. Liverpool sometime gain possession back. Mo Salah slips through Firmino. And on the break, Firmino to make it 1-1. Finds Mane unselfishly. It's 1-1 just before the 60th minute there. And that's something special. The technical ability to bring it to Mane from Firmino. And what a finish from Sadio Mane to make it 1-1. Come on, Reds. Come on, Liverpool. We're still in this one. Salah. Ooh. I tried to bait the tackle there, but Mane's trying to flick it on. Aspilicueta somehow saves it on the line. Pjanic just pushing forward, keeps on going. The foul continues, and it really should be given there. Alright, it's time to make some substitutions. Let's bring on Felipe Anderson, Xherdan Shaqiri, and Kramaric. Trent snuffs that one out. Kante destroying our possession in the midfield. And Chelsea really should be at least one goal up here now. And Liverpool on the break, hitting them hard. Kramaric in transition. Anderson, Pjanic, a good back heel. Pjanic, 2 back heels now. Wijnaldum to Shaqiri. It's Xherdan Shaqiri, the bodybuilder, to hold up the ball. Finding Felipe Anderson with the strike and flick on. Van Dijk can't even win that on Jorginho. What? So full time. Can't separate the full sides. It's going to extra time now. And Felipe Anderson's on the break. Ronaldo chops to Pjanic. And it's a nice low-driven goal there. A magnificent goal from the Bosnian-Herzegovinian international. Pjanic, the recently signed man from Juventus, makes it 2-1 in the 99th. A good piece of play there by Felipe Anderson to create the play. Breaking forward, Ronaldo chops, squares it to Pjanic, who drives it low and hard. 2-1 up for Liverpool. Kante, Alisson has kept us in this one. What is this David De Gea performance? Saving us the win and points. Oh my god, a scary flick on there. Pjanic just hitting on the break here now that we've got that one goal. Felipe Anderson, Burns, Reece James. It's Anderson, and it's a goal there on the counter-attack. 3-1, flooding players forward. Chelsea looking to bend it, and he does. What a beauty from the Brazilian, the former Lazio Roma man. It's Felipe Anderson to make it 1-0 in the UEFA. His first goal to make it 3-1 in the UEFA Super Cup, I should say. And that's it. The full-time whistle is blown. That scoreline probably looks a little bit more favourable to Liverpool than it does to Chelsea. I'm not going to lie. It very well could have been 4-3, 3-3. But we've managed to come up clutch in these moments. We've won matches that we don't deserve to win. And that, of course, is a mark of a title-winning side. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not enjoying the series, feel free to leave a dislike. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click subscribe, of course, and the bell to join the notification squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe some PSN and Xbox codes to buy packs for Ultimate Team, or maybe just some games, I really recommend checking out my affiliation link, G2A. There's some really good prices, so even just looking around, to be honest. Anyway, the Patreon Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Mahrez whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Royce